So another product philosophy which I have noticed is data security, right? So even you're blogged about it in length in upilot.com. Uh, how do you ensure that the customers' data are safe? Because today there is nothing called data privacy, right? But still, how do you make that statement?
See, basically, everything about you, Rajesh, is data, for example, right? What time you wake up, how many spoons of sugar you like in your coffee, which books have you read, how do you
Yeah.
think about a problem? You see what I mean? Everything about you is data. Now, if I have all data points about you, right? Today, what happens is I have some data points about you. What camera phone you use, how much did you spend for your camera? When is your family member's birthday? Based on this, I can show you ads and I can make few $100s on you today, let's say. Okay. But if I have all data points on you, all the data points on you, I can create a bot that will work remotely for me, come on Zoom calls with me, and solve problems on marketing for you, Pilot, like you do, and will earn the same money as you do, right? And will have no right on that. And I could clone that and have multiple Rajeshes working for multiple companies because I have all your data points. You don't need, so basically, when you lose your privacy, you are basically losing your earning capacity. And that's what most people don't realize. And most businesses don't realize is the total enterprise value is only the data of how are your relations with your customers, right? Who is building? That's why in some companies who doesn't have CRM, when the key sales guy goes, the customer also goes with him, right?
Mhm.
And they don't capture that, and that's one of the time when they realize, oh my god, I need a CRM, because every time one of my sales guys goes, my customer is also leaving. So because the data of the customer is linked with the guy, and the guy can treat the customer much better than anybody else. So once this data gets captured into the enterprise, you're able to deliver that value, right? And the enterprise value is just in the data of the company, in your emails, in your deal values, interactions, and the relationships. So that the problem that is happening today is, in the past, when the companies were giving things for free, they were taking your data and making money. Now today, what is happening is, even when you pay for it, they take your data, right? And they do use plugins that snoop on you, record every keystroke without naming any names. I can tell you, it happens in the CRM industry that your CRM will not work unless you have a plugin. And now, but the plugin is monitoring everything that you do, not just your web or your CRM website, but all the other websites you go into, every keystroke you make, your network, and things like that. So even if you pay top dollar, your privacy is being lost. So, and another way privacy is gone is also, most of the CRM use third-party solutions. So when you sync your email, the email is actually synced by some solution provider, and they give, and this solution is given to the CRM provider for $1 per user. No, you must ask why it is only $1 per user, right? So basic, and the end customer does not know that this my emails, my calendar, everything is actually handled by another company, not the XYZ CRM, right?
Mm.
And the customer is unaware of it. If you when you buy a CRM, if you ask the company, who is actually handling my emails, are they going to a third party? And if they tell you the truth, I would tell you today, 50% or more CRMs in the market will go out of business, right? And then, so what we do is we build all these applications ourselves so that the data doesn't go somewhere else. More than that, what we believe is, digital sovereignty is going to come, right? Now, one of the ways, when internet exploded, people just decided to go on the internet because they wanted to escape geography, right? As a young man, I left India to come to France, right, to study. I escaped geography, and I had to really buy a flight ticket and come here, take a loan and go to a school and all that. But today, if you want to escape geography, all you have to do is go online, right? We have a remote workforce. People are, all over the world. We really don't care which geography they are in. They have already escaped geography. They're paid in dollars. It's happening. Now, what's happening with the governments is they are realizing that they are territorially limited, right? A country is territorially limited, and it is maximum optimized. There is not even 1 kilometer that anybody else can take. It's all
Yeah.
optimized, right? And you can see that in Ukraine now, right? you have to have so much of violence. It's a red ocean, right? Land is a red ocean now. So basically you have to fight so hard to get a few pieces of land. Now, what is happening is the disruption, the blue ocean disruption, there would be a digital country, right, which doesn't have land. So basically, what is happening in digital is countries are realizing they're losing sovereignty on data because it's on the cloud. So more and more countries will insist, and companies should insist, that their data is in a physical location of their choice, right? And this, in most CRMs, is an enterprise plan again, right? And then you have to pay much more big fees additionally to have your servers here. But even then, it is not guaranteed that your data is not going to other providers, right? Or like email sync or calendar sync and things like that. So we believe that in the long run, the macro trend is going to be a financial solutions company in India would want their server to be in India, right? A bank in US will want it in US. That will percolate down to a small business guy. Will say, listen, my business is in the US. I want the server to be in US. My business is in Italy. I want my server to be in Italy. My business in France. This is going to happen, right? And or wherever, it should be a choice. I'm in Italy, but I want my server in Germany. It should not be an enterprise plan. So that is where we are going also, that we give this wide choice, and we also protect the data in such a way that your data is not behind the curtains going to some other company because we just pay $1 for syncing your emails, right? So today you can actually create a CRM with very less money because you just have to create the front end, and all the back end, email sync and all those things, can come from API providers. So that's also the reason why most CRMs today look alike, because behind the scenes, the providers are the same, right? So finally, the way you get your email, the way your inbox looks, everything looks like the same, whether you go to X, Y, Z, right? And then, for example, in UPilot, you will never see your personal email in your inbox, even if nobody else can see your emails, right? That's because, your inbox is not just copied and put it in UPilot. That doesn't work like that. We just look at all your contacts, and if there is no contact, that email is not even appearing anywhere in UPilot. So that's the level of, even if nobody else sees your email, right? Even for you, we kind of filter it and show only okay, these are your contacts, these are the emails related to the contact, right? This is not your contact. That's not a business contact. That email has nothing to do in our account. So we take extreme care for these things. We have paid a heavy price for that because it took us a lot of time to build these systems out. We could have simply just outsourced it for $1 per user. If a user is paying, we pay the $1. If a user is not paying, we don't pay the $1. It would have been much faster and easier for us. We have taken the hard route because we believe privacy, people will understand the importance of privacy, uh, and businesses will definitely understand the importance of privacy, and we are betting on that in the long run.